Hello there. Welcome back to a small jewelry jar haul that I got at a garage sale. There is some semi-precious stones and a couple things I'm going to keep, and then there's also gold, and it's actually clearly marked, and I surprised they let it slide. But I'm going to show you what all I got, and I am going to tell you what I paid for, but I have already gone through to see what was in there and to make sure there was something good, because I get a lot of jewelry jars where I pay to play, and that's all it is entertainment. So we're going to go ahead and show you the good ones. So this is my highlight reel, so just know that I am not trying to steal someone else's pleasure, but quite frankly, I like going through them when I have time. And so this little section over here is what I got that will go into a crafter's lot. And I didn't know if we wanted to actually open up and look at each one. You'll have to tell me, but this is the stuff that I keep that goes into a crafter's lot, repurpose, let people find the blingy things and reuse them. There's all kinds of things that people do. Some of them take the findings off. And these were the same. If these were I don't say it the right way, but if these were glass or if they were crystal, then they would be valuable. But these are plastic, but they're still kind of sparkly and pretty, but they're going in the crafter lot. This is stretchy, which I'm pretty much a fan of sending the stretchy things to the crafter's lot because I don't have time to restring everything. Although I do every once in a while get the beads because I like the beads. This is paper craft. So this is like, tourist trade where they roll this up and then glaze it over. And I have a whole collection of these that are better made than this one. So this was going to go in the crafter's lot just in case somebody wants to try to reuse those beads somewhere. And again, this is elastic. The outside silver beads are totally worn, but these little blingy blings aren't. And some people just make all kinds of blingy Christmas things, Christmas trees, whatever. So we will let them see if they want to reuse that. And it's very, very sparkly. So, oh, and this is brass for sure. But it's inexpertly made. It's weird because it's like, it's got the lift on the brass. That's the pattern to make it look like cloisonne or whatever, but it's already in ear repair. But I think that a crafty person might figure out a way to repurpose this or to repaint it and fire it, I guess, to me. With, because all of the design is it's like coloring. It's already there. So we'll let them figure it out. And a bottle opener, a good old Squatch, Bigfoot. We live out here in Oregon where there's a lot of lore around this, and some people are diehards. So we will let somebody find purpose in that. Okay, and these are next. These are things that need repair or are keepers, but they're not super high end. So this is obviously hematite. We're due for a good resurgence of hematite, right? Like not magnetic, so it's not the new made stuff. The new magnetic jewelry does have its actual market. People like it. And I was thinking at first that this was trade beads, like tourist trade, but I actually think this is a crafter. Somebody handcrafted these beads, or at least hand painted them. They're very, very colorful and fun. Doesn't look like anything's wrong. They might be a little bit loose because it's just like fishing line that they're tied on, but pretty good. So I feel like I've actually sold this kind of stuff on eBay, and I don't need to make a ton when I resell. I actually enjoy the process of finding it and want to justify the finding. So I relist and have a good time with that. So, and these were repair. So I think this one might be worth putting on eBay just so that the right person finds it. Because if I put it in the crafter lot, it might not be for everybody. So this is obviously Native American, indigenous made. It's actually got the leather, the animal leather on the back, which I think is kind of beautiful in that it, how it was made. It's craftsmanship. That's half this channel. Remember, we're the artsy fartsy girl over here who's doing the journaling and the painting and all that stuff too. But look at those little handcrafted daisies. But it's broken, and it's pinned together for its clasp. So it's obviously in some serious need of love, but too cool to let slide through. So I picked that up. It was actually in the jar, but I kept it out because I think somebody, and I'm going to put this feels newer to me and maybe not Native American, but I feel like those two could find a home together. If somebody's interested in this, then they can just have that as an extra, right? All right, and I actually think these are neat. I think there's, wood beads are kind of strange because sometimes they're really just boring and not so great, but these ones are just very much I don't know, Leave It to Beaver 50s version of it, I guess. They need a new finding, so this one is on here, this end is on here, but there needs to be an extra loop to connect those two. So a simple fix, and I think I'll fix those and enjoy them getting a restart, a new place, a new home. So I save those out, even though they require time. Time is actually worth something. And this is up my alley. I am a big advocate of the sparklies. I should show you what I'm wearing because it's a fun one. Maybe another video. I'm not going to take it off right at the minute. But this, see how these are actually faceted. I don't know if they're rock crystal or just glass. But it's very pretty. It's definitely not gold. It's still costume, but this is actually really nice. There's no name marking on the broken clasp, but you can see that it just needs the part that connects them together, maybe lengthens it a little bit. And so I will find that, and I'll probably keep those because I like to wear those with a good old regular t-shirt. The more blingy bling, the better. So a repair. All right, so now we're gonna bust into this. And again, I am an everything seller, and so sometimes out of the craft jars comes weird things that have nothing to do with the jar, like Chicago Bulls, anyone? It needs, it's broken back there, so it's gonna be repurposed. My brother has a cattle ranch, and he only has 50 acres, so he's got like 30 head, but I'm gonna magnetize this so he can put it on his refrigerator freezer where he holds the vaccinations and all that kind of stuff. So that will be a silly gift, a cheap gift. This says fine jewelry on it. It's not marked Disney and it's not marked gold, but those did test as rubies, and I didn't bring my black light over. So they glow as a black light, and I believe those are emeralds to go with. I should test those because there's other emeralds down in here too. And these ones, if these are emeralds, these are synthetic because there's no inclusion in them. And the only reason I still trust that they're Disney is because they're actually little Mickey Mouse heads. And they came in this box. Like, who's gonna take the time to like make that a false thing, right? So I don't know if there's a market for them. I didn't look it up, but these little oddballs came in this jewelry jar. These are Japan. They're not the Hagar because they don't have markings or the right look on the bottom, but they're not chipped. And so we have a little alligator and a little kitty cat for fun. Yes. So those are kind of fun. And this came, and it has no markings. I haven't tested it yet, but I'm pretty confident that this is just gold plate because if I get my magnet out here, you can see it lift, and it's heavy enough that you have to really, I can feel it. So even if you can't see it, it moves. So most of the time, silver plate has, a base metal that's magnetic. Yeah, that's not being as magnetic as I thought, but I can feel it when I do it in my hand. I can feel the tug. So we're just gonna assume it's silver plate, especially since it has no markings. Like most of the time, these things are not real silver, or if they're silver, they're just so clearly marked. So we'll leave that there. This is our happy magnet. I actually have earring backs that got sucked in there that are actually really hard to get out because it's such a good magnet. Again, random stuff. There is gold in here and some interesting pieces coming. So we're just gonna catch this. This is like stained glass window, molded glass. Some of these cute little Christmas ornament. All right, so this one needs a little love to clean it up. I'm actually gonna try using a magic marker to get that. It's almost like there's a surface of a little bit of red, maybe even lipstick or something that's on the surface. It will just come off as long as it doesn't scratch it. But this is, who did this say it was? I don't have my readers on, but it's not quite enough. Sarah Coventry. So these little flower pins usually make their rounds. I kind of like that one. I have a lot. I kind of make, I have a section in my jewelry box that I use to make art out of these, you know, these pins. I'll show you a couple pins in a row here because there's quite a few of them in this little batch. This has a mate. Oh yeah. And this is Matisse. But look at those. They're sweater pins. Actually, I think these are gorgeous. I don't know if I'd wear them, but they're copper and signed with, it's almost like a glittered enamel in there. And they're very pretty. So that's a good score. Those will have a resale. Same with the Sarah Coventry. We'll just make this fun. And then this has a signature on it. It was made in 1999, and it has a signature on the back, but it's artisan made. It's not, but I'm pretty sure that's silver, copper, and brass, and it's a little high heel shoe, so it's darling. Somebody will like that. And this one's a bird. There's some verdigris on this one, but it feels like the verdigris is on top. Sometimes to me, when verdigris is on a piece, it looks like the verdigris was on something else that was touching it. Then I'll go in and try to clean it up. So this one is actually marked Spain, but it's not gold. It's definitely brass, but it's kind of neat. It's yeah, it's a pretty cool little bird with a little bit of style in there. So yeah, so a good old 1980s pair of metal leopards. I feel like the cheetah print is about ready to make a resurgence, so that caught my attention. This is not real. This is not signed. It's nothing, but it's actually kind of feels nice. Like this is actually, it's not resin. It might actually be shell. Like part of me wonders if somebody put this on the back. But it's kind of pretty, has a pretty design on it. So I don't know. I don't know if I'll resell that. Sometimes I lot together a bunch of interesting brooches and let them go at one time. And so somebody can find the value in multiple in-betweeners. And that can be kind of fun. These are signed. Let's see, I forget what signature they have. I think it's just initials and I can't remember. MBSF. MBSF. I just remember that they're silver and copper, and the artist is like a minimalist, mid-century modern kind of an artist, and so they have a resale value of like $35. And so I will clean those up because they can use a good clean. There's a fine line between polishing this tarnish off of a silver and leaving them to look a little too grungy. Like you almost want to buff them just a little bit to get that to come up. A little bolo. I don't believe this is silver. If it is, it's only like 800 silver. It's not marked. It's cut to look like silver, but it doesn't have any markings, and it's just the way it feels in my hand. But I have been recently selling quite a few bolos. Those country line dancing boys want to wear the bolos. And here's a little enameled mother of pearl wheels that actually articulate. They move. Oh, I thought they moved. Maybe they don't. Okay, I lied to you. They don't move. But I've sold this before, actually. This is kind of cute, you know. It's vintage, obviously. A little sassy. I'll put that there. Can you see my layout here? I think I might keep these. These are just basic, inexpensive gold clip things on the top. I'm assuming that they came with multiple base pieces. And I don't believe that they're gold or anything. I would assume that they're not. I think I've tested these probably already. Yeah, see, they stickola. They're definitely just metal. They didn't tease me at all, not at all. But the abalone is so pretty, and I don't know if you know, but abalone is protected. And so there's no new abalone coming. So it's one of those things that's going to get more scarce, although it's pretty hardy. So this stuff doesn't break. It's not very fragile. But I might keep those because those are kind of loud and proud like I like. And yeah, it's just shell. So it's kind of pretty. I saved this because I make dream catchers, and this is obviously one that's already done, but I make prettier ones. I make sparklier ones, and I'm not sure if I'll take it apart because I have prettier pieces of this too. So I don't know, I just might, I don't know what I'm gonna do with that yet. That's pretty. I mean, handmade. Some of the, you know, it's all real stones that it made it with, but I'll think about that one. Not sure yet. This is not signed, but it's older. It's not artisan made. It's definitely not gold and real pearls. What caught my attention about it is these little stones are poured glass. And I don't know, they just look different. And they're not rubies, but they're poured glass, and it's just interesting to see them. So, I don't know. I don't know what I'll do with that one yet either, but it could probably resell in a batch of vintage things. These two were in there. They are tarnished. At first I thought they were worth a scratch to see if they were unmarked or 8 karat or something, because they have a feel to them, but most definitely not. Tie clip, I kind of outfit all of the people in my space. I was waiting for the second half of that and it didn't come, so we'll put that in the crafter lot. These little guys, like dream catchers, made with amethyst and bugle beads, and they're kind of interesting, those amethyst stones. So sometimes I'll put like 4 or 5 beaded type of earrings together like that, and people can enjoy them. I don't know if these ones are in good enough repair. They look a little dingy, so in real life they look a little gungy, so I might just let those go too. This is silver, and I think it must be some kind of agate in there, smoky agate, because it's, ooh, I told myself to get a lighter or a candle or something here. I don't know that I have one right here in the store. Oh, I do. Let's see. Without burning myself, can you see the light pass through? Ooh, the light passed through. So that will be my new light test. How pretty that is. It's like a window, but it definitely needs to be cleaned. And I'm not sure, but you would think to put the chain through there, but it has this weird open design, like it went over some kind of something that went in there. And then maybe this came apart. Like it's definitely a match to this. Maybe there was something else right there. So I have to think about that. Like same thing. Sometimes, like I said, I can put the pendants all together in a loop, kind of like I do with the brooches, where you can put a lot of interesting ones together. Avon is making a comeback, and I'm not sure why. Oh, I saved these because I like to make magnets out of, or push pins for my artistic boards. I have a lot of visual aids for when I write my novels and stuff, so I'll stick something on the back of that. This is just faceted and super blingy, and this is actually silver and turquoise. It's actually marked, but there was only one of them, so what you gonna do, right? But they're kind of cool looking, so those will end up on my artboard. And I suspect that when I get, there's 2 of these. I just got a phone call, so I'm bringing you back in. These are jade or jadeite, which I actually kind of love these little guys. They're so strong, and like they always look like bookmarks to me, but they're not quite. I mean, they're just interesting, right? The bold colors. So I might actually loop these on a couple of my planners or art journals for myself. So I just think those are interesting too. I'm starting to stack up a little pile of what I want to keep, aren't I? Those and those. And the little pins here. Okay, so the gold is we're getting closer to it. We're down to, we'll go faster here. There's a little bit of a, I don't think that's actually in good enough condition for me, so I'm going to pass that along, but it was marked, and this is vintage. I was trying to see if this had a timeline on it. It doesn't look like 1980s. It looks a little older, but it definitely needs to be redone. This is another one that I'm going to turn into a magnet, because hello, sparkle. I thought these were fun. They're just a set of earrings made out of pennies. I actually think I saw a movement of these happen just a couple years ago, so I don't think these are especially old, but the pennies are from 1976 and 1980, so that's kind of fun. And, you know, I haven't decided if I would actually wear them or not, or if somebody would, but I haven't looked them up. So this is a mother of pearl, and there's 2 of them. I don't think these are very lovely. But the stones are interesting. I kind of wondered if I would like the stones on something else, like if they're worth harvesting the stones. But I think I'm going to let the crafting people do that. So here, let's dump these into my hand now, because this is empty enough. It's not gonna actually sit upright anymore. So weirdo, what is that? Norwal, is that the right thing? These weird things. These actually seemed like they were kind of well made for modern stuff. And hey, here's the good stuff that's coming in here. Do I wiggle it? Reveal. This is a single, definitely. This one messed me up because it's a Lisner. It's not real gold at all, but those are real pearls in there. So I don't know if somebody repaired it with real pearls or what, but that was a mystery to me. So sometimes if it's a single earring like this, I'll actually harvest the pearl and stick it in. I will resell on eBay solid pearls that can just be glued in to replace like a pearl ring or whatever. The ones that are posts, like earrings with a post on the back, and then also ones that are pierced all the way through like beads. You know, crafters love it when I put up a whole baggie of those in different sizes and colors. And so I might put that in my harvest. So that's why, like, this is a real pearl earring. I did the little stick it in your mouth scratch test that grossed everybody out. This one's actually really got a pretty patina to it. So real pearls in there. These are just costume, but they're kind of sparkly, kind of a pretty smoky color in there. This is real silver. So when you're, you know, this is nothing. This one I haven't looked up yet. It's got the look of cubic zirconia, and something, but so there's no signature on it, but it kind of has that weird look too, like you better check twice. So I haven't checked that, I forgot about it. This one is, what's the blue? Aquamarine and glass crystal diamonds in silver. So that's kind of fun. This one is just an M or an E. Look like an M to me. Oh. Maybe that's like a mosque. Is that a mosque? Maybe I'm completely wrong. Looks like it has like stairs and stuff going up. Doesn't feel real or look real. Here's the other earring with the aquamarine. And now we're getting down to it. This is silver marked 925. I haven't tested those. I think they're probably just QZs. And these are silver marked, silver and natural emeralds. That's a whole stack of commercial grade emeralds, and they don't feel, these feels like Home Shopping Network kind of quality. Not that you can't get higher end than this on the Home Shopping Network, but they have a lot of inclusions, so I think they're just natural. They're not synthetic. But I don't know if it's picking up, but they are so sparkly, and so they're kind of lovely and very, let's see if I can do this without burning myself. They're very translucent. Ooh. Ah, I burned myself, so that is not a good idea. We won't do that with too tiny. And here is the last but not least. This is so cool. So it is actually marked. This is gold and an amethyst. At first I wasn't sure if it was a purple sapphire, but I presidium tested it and it's definitely an amethyst. Pretty hunky. It's 3.8 grams with the stone included, and it's marked right there. And so it's 14 karat gold, very nicely marked, and I did acid test it and it's definitely gold. So this was, oh, I forgot to tell you at the beginning, the cost. So I paid $50 for all of this, plus a chunk of probably at least this much full, maybe more, of absolute non-usable, throw in the trash, can't have a repurpose to it. And so, you know, sometimes I have to look at it like if I want to play with a jewelry jar, a $50 jewelry jar means I have to find 10 pieces or 5 pieces that I can make 10 bucks on just to break even. And then that girl math to me are like two $20 pieces. And I think with like the Matisse and this and a handful of the brooches that'll go together, $35 earrings, I think I probably would have been able to recoup my investment for for my own interest. Like, I'm okay to break even and have just no profit because I really enjoy looking at them. I mean, this looks so artistic, just what I can see here. And then these on eBay, I make a whole big bag of this with 6 to 8 pounds of crafter jewelry. And I usually can get like 30 bucks, 40 bucks for those. So that gives me a little bit of money to come out with. And then of course I get unique statement pieces that I would wear myself. So that's my logic behind it. But when you find a little bit of, this will resell, and it's very specific. This actually reminds me of my grandma when she was in her retirement age, my mom's mom. And I feel like she would have worn this with a pretty, what do they call that? Oh, I'm not gonna remember. The gold style chain that's, I wanna say herringbone, is that right? Herringbone? Herringbone is jacket and flooring, but is that what they call a necklace of gold too? Anyways, the herringbone, a nice thick necklace there, it would just hang super nice on whatever length the lady already chose. And so I'm gonna try to sell it and save it. So even that, if you think about it, inside the crafter lot, and there wasn't anything in this stuff to make me feel like it was somebody's special estate. Sometimes there's a little bit of a weird feeling when you're collecting off of people's grief, but this was a couple that did storage units, and they had a garage sale to beat all garage sale with legit probably the remnants of 50 storage units in it. And they had a decent price, and they knew that they had they knew they had a jewelry jar that people would want it. So that's why it was 50 bucks. That's a little bit more than a normal garage sale for stuff that has like junk and broken and, you know, still beautiful but interesting pieces in it. So that's it for this time, and we'll see you. I started a series and I plan to continue, and I'm not done thrifting for a long time, and I guess I need feedback. Would you want me to open this up and show you the stuff that I pick out that actually goes into a crafter lot? Because I don't think that's interesting. It feels like the least interesting part of the whole thing, but I would want you to know that there is some repurposing going on. All right, until next time, we'll see you later.